Good morning. This is the class English. Today is 23rd April 2020. Let's see the unit number 5, in and out of a school. The value is strain. Okay? Class, first is unit 5, in and out of school. Expect the learning, read and comprehend and put it into practice the regular and irregular verb. Apply the grammar according to the defined this, developing the sense mentioned in the exercise. Look at the objective. The objective says, I can talk about my school, shelf, and after school activity. Okay? Let's start. Let's see in grammar focus. In grammar focus, you see much, many, and a lot. Okay? In grammar focus, you see much, many, and a lot. Okay? Many, much. Okay, let's see many and much. Much, a significant amount, much of. Important. Important right here and much precedes uncountable subject. Okay? Much is uncountable subject. Look at the example. I don't have much time. And you don't have much money. Okay? Look at right here the two examples in English. Number one, say, I don't have much time. And you don't have much money. Okay? Look at in Spanish what it say. Yo no tengo mucho tiempo. Y tú no tienes mucho dinero. Okay? This is the much, a countable subject. And many precedents the number level subject. Number level subject is we have many friends in many countries. Okay? This is the English example. We have many friends in many countries. En Spanish say, tenemos muchos amigos en muchos países. This is the many and much. Okay? Let's see next. This is important distinction can be seen in the way of asking the question how much, how many, or how many. Okay? You need to this right here. Important distinction. Distinction is asking the question how much, how many, or how many. Okay? And how to use. The use how much plus no number how many, and number able. Look at the example right here. In English say, how much do you pay for the car? Okay? And how much do you pay for the car? In Spanish say, ¿cuánto pago usted por el coche? Okay? And the next question say, how many children does Bob have? In Spanish say, ¿cuántos niños tiene Bob? Next example question say, how many women has Phil sleep with? And Spanish, ¿cuántas mujeres se ha acostado Phil? A many. Many is, it is used with plural nouns. Okay? It is used with plural nouns is if they are countable nouns. How many is used to ask question. We classify in the group of uncountable all the names that form individual element by themselves and that can form group with other elements of the same type and therefore be enumerable. Next is glasses, pencils, orange, potatoes, bottles, books, refrigerator, cards, and etc. Okay? This is the many you use with a plural nouns. How to use the plural nouns and countable nouns, and use how many. How many is used to questions, okay? And this is used a many. Many glasses, pencils, orange, potatoes, bottles, books, refrigerators, cart, etc. Okay? And this is how to use much, okay? Or how many. Next. Example. Right here the example is how many cups of tea can I drink each day? Okay? The next is we build too many walls and not enough bright. And let's see much. Look at the much it is used with singular noun. Okay? The much is the singular noun. If these are uncountable nouns, how much is used to ask question. Okay? Remember, uncountable nouns is how much is used to ask a question. In the group unaccountable, we generally include all substance and materials and also the abstract qualities. What is it? Salt, sugar, water, wood, lead, iron, silver, wind, poverty, wealth, music, money, in generic terms, not quantities or bills. Look at the example. Example number 1 is if you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you will never get it done. Another example say, how much sugar do you want? Okay, and this how to use much. The much used in singular noun. Okay, and this how much used as a question. Okay. Interrogative is how many or how much. Okay, use right here too. How many or how much interrogative. These are particles commonly use the interrogative model. How do you say? How many? Spanish, cuántos o cuántas. Okay, let's see the example. How many brothers and sisters do you have? See, I use how many. The how many say, how many brothers and sisters do you have? En Spanish say, ¿cuántos hermanos o hermanas tienes? Okay? Next question is, how many cats do they have in their wardrobe? En Spanish say, ¿cuántos abrigos tienen en el armario? The next is how much. How much is in Spanish cuánto o cuánta. See? It's two different, okay? How many or how much. And look at the example, how much is how much money does this cost? Okay? And in Spanish say, ¿cuánto dinero cuesta esto? Another question say, example, how much milk is there in the refrigerator? And in Spanish say, ¿cuánta leche hay en el refrigerador? Okay, this is interrogative, how many and how much. And how many in Spanish say cuántos o cuántas. And how much, cuánto o cuánta. Okay, let's see another one. Attention with the following tropes. Okay, people, la gente, es una palabra plural que siempre va precedida por many y nunca por much. Let's see. There are too many people. Okay? There are too many people. En Spanish say, hay mucha gente. Look at right here. Other possible construction. The other possible construction is, I drank too much wine. ¿Sí? En Spanish say, bebí demasiado vino. The next is, do you play tennis as much as you play golf? This is the question in English. En Spanish say, usted juega tanto al tenis como al golf. Okay? Next is, this movie is much better than I thought it will be. En Spanish say, esta película es mucho mejor de lo que me esperaba. The last is, there are many Americans here as there are in California. En Spanish say, aquí hay tantos americanos como en California. This is the attention with the following tropes. Okay? And others possible construction. Look at the example. Right here the example is many cents. Okay? And the example is English and Spanish. Many is the word. Let's see. They have many combs. In Spanish say, tienen muchos peines. Number 2 is, that building has many flowers. ¿Sí? Spanish, esos edificios tienen muchos pisos. Okay? Number 3, we have walked many miles. Spanish say, hemos caminado muchas millas. The next question is, how many cats do you have? In Spanish say, ¿cuántos gatos tienes? Okay. The next example is, we waited for many weeks. Okay. In Spanish say, espero por muchas semanas. The next is, I will need many chairs for dinner. Okay. In Spanish say, necesitaré muchas sillas para la cena. Okay. The next is, you will not have many opportunities like this one. And in Spanish say, no tendrás muchas oportunidades como esta. The next question say, how many guests will arrive? En Spanish, ¿cuántos huéspedes llegarán? The next say, they have a big house with many rooms. En Spanish say, tienen una casa grande con muchas habitaciones. The last is, there are many animals in the zoo. En Spanish say, hay muchos animales en el zoológico. Okay, this is the examples and many sense, see, and English and Spanish. We use a many, okay? As they have a many, how many, see? and this is the sense. Or they are a many, okay? You need to use a question or your pronouns. And this is a many sent example. Next, example much. Much sense is we doesn't have much parties. See? This is in English. We doesn't have much parties. In Spanish say no tiene mucha paciencia. Okay? And the second example is are we going to stay here much longer? En Spanish say vamos a quedarnos aquí mucho tiempo más. The third example is he is much nice than his father. En Spanish say es mucho más agradable que su padre. The next question is how much chocolate do you need for the cake? Spanish, ¿cuánto chocolate necesitas para la receta? The next, there is not much money left. En Spanish, no queda mucho dinero. The next question, example say, we don't have much food for dinner. We should order something. En Spanish say, no tenemos mucha comida para la cena. Deberíamos pedir algo. Okay? The next say, I don't have much luck. En Spanish say, no tengo mucha suerte. Okay? And right here is, she looks much happier than before. En Spanish say, se ve mucho más feliz que antes. The last is negative and say, don't fight with him. He is much stronger than you. Okay? Spanish say, no pelees con él. Es mucho más fuerte que tú. Okay? This is the example. Much sense. Okay? Next is a lot. A lot, it is a use to express a large number of something, countable names. Or a large number is something uncountable names. It is generally used in affirmative sense. Look at the picture right here. A lot of or lots of proceden a un nombre. Okay, look at the example. Sarah has got a lot of books. Spanish say, Sara tiene muchos libros. The next picture is a lot o lots. No procede a ningún nombre. And a question in English say, how much soup do you want? A lot. ¿Tú cuánta sopa quieres? Mucha. And this a lot simple. A lot of sense is you lost a lot of weight. Spanish, has perdido mucho peso. And the next question, a lot of workers joined this strike. Spanish, muchos trabajadores se unieron al paro. The next example is a lot of my friends come to the party. In Spanish, muchos de mis amigos han venido a la fiesta. The next example is a lot of tornado was running during the flood. Spanish, muchos muebles se han dañado durante la inundación. The next example, we always has a lot of candy in his pocket. Spanish say, siempre tienes muchos caramelos en sus bolsillos. The next, we receive a lot of good news. Spanish, recibimos muchas buenas noticias. The next is a lot of my neighbor complained about the noise. Spanish, muchos de mis vecinos se quejaron del ruido. The last is you should drink a lot of water before training. Spanish, debes tomar mucha agua antes de entrenar. This is the example, a lot, set.